Hello and welcome. My name is Adrena. I am the owner and accountant here at Accounting by Adrena. And in today's video, we're going to just give you a little update, a little life update. And it's going to be a January plan with me, even though it's already mid-month and feels like it's going to be over. I just got kind of backed up with a bunch of things, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I just wanted to say hi, Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a fantastic New Year, fantastic holidays. The reason why you haven't seen me around here is because I did take some time off in the month of December for my wedding and for my honeymoon, and everything turned out beautifully. The wedding was beautiful. The honeymoon was beautiful. We went to Hawaii, stayed on Waikiki Beach, and it was just so beautiful to I definitely recommend that. I can see why that's a hot spot in terms of honeymoon locations, because it's such a beautiful place to relax, unwind, and just kind of take in nature and just kind of soak in the moment of being newlyweds. Our wedding turned out beautiful. Everything worked out perfectly. And we just feel really blessed. We were super honored by our community, and we have been kind of buried in Amazon and Target boxes over here for a little bit. So it took us some time to dig our way through all of that. I had really just to give you some context, a lot of kitchen items that were either donated to me or just thrifted. And so we've been replacing all of that with our wedding registry gifts. And so we feel really blessed by that. And I'm just so excited putting everything together. It's going to be such a fun year just going through everything, especially the new kitchen tools that we got. We got a bread maker, which I'm super excited to learn how to start making my own bread, which I never thought I would actually say out loud. But yeah, we just got some fun new kitchen toys and gadgets and things like that. So I am looking forward to trying out new recipes this year. So that was pretty much in the month of December, just soaking up being a newlywed. And then, of course, there's the holidays, Christmas and New Year's. And so that was a lot of family time, and it was perfectly lovely. Just really, really nice to enjoy the holidays together as newlyweds. And then fast forward, and it kind of took a little bit of a turn. I am actually located just south of Pasadena. So if you have kept up with everything, we're closer to the Eaton Canyon Fire, which is in Pasadena. And that just happened a couple weeks ago. So the past few weeks have been pretty crazy and really disheartening and devastating for a lot of people. I know that I personally have a handful of friends that have lost everything in the fires, and I'm sure you know someone who has lost things in the fires as well, or at least had to evacuate. So it's just been a really, really tough couple of weeks because of that. So I'm kind of coming out of that, there's a point where you just feel like your brain can't stop thinking of the what ifs, all of the unknowns, that's associated with that. And you just lose any kind of productivity because you're so concerned and worried about your friends and making sure that people are safe and okay. And it's kind of all about survival for a moment. So that was the past couple of weeks. And now I feel like I'm just finally trying to get back to all of my tasks that I have in Asana. Obviously, January is generally a really busy month for us in terms of getting 1099s done for clients and W-2s done for clients. And so I'm just trying my best to stick with my deadlines and stay caught up with all of the client work that is involved in our normal everyday monthly bookkeeping cycle. So to say the least, it has been a really hard couple of weeks. Not only that, but I do have a lot of clients that are physically located in Pasadena, and some of their clients are residents of Altadena, so they, are feeling the impact as well. So it kind of just trickles down from every which way. So yeah, just trying to really wrap my brain around everything and process everything and also kind of in tandem with making sure that I'm hitting my deadlines and things like that for all of my clients. On that note, I did want to make a mention to the tax relief that LA County residents and businesses will have for 2025. So the IRS issued a statement on January 10th that those who reside or have a business in Los Angeles County qualify for tax relief. So you now will have until October 15th, 2025 to file various federal, individual, and business tax returns and tax payments, which is really good news, especially for those who are hurting. But, I think the IRS realizes that it's not just affecting residents of Altadena, but it kind of trickles down to the people that they work with, their companies, and just how much of a huge impact this has on the LA County area. And not just for, the Eaton Canyon Fire. Of course, there's also the Palisades Fire, which also affected, tons and tons of displaced people. So it's just going to take a while to rebuild, and nothing's going to happen quickly. And the IRS realizes that, and that's why they have created this tax relief for us residents. Let me give you a little bit more details about that. So this means, for example, that the October 15th deadline will now apply to individual income tax returns and payments normally on April 15th, 2025. This includes 2024 contributions to IRAs and health savings accounts for eligible taxpayers. 2024 quarterly estimated income tax payments normally on January 15th, 2025, and estimated tax payments normally due on April 15th, June 16th, and September 15th, 2025. And lastly, quarterly payroll and excise tax returns normally due on January 31st, April 30th, and July 31st, 2025. So again, this is specifically for LA County residents and businesses that qualify for this tax relief. I will also write down in the description box below this kind of like bullet pointed information, because I think that's just going to be really helpful to have it accessible and available. And I'll also put the link to the IRS publication that has all of the detailed information. I just really want to make sure that people in LA County know about this tax relief. That's why. And back to my January planning. So I had to actually open up my new calendar for January 2025. It's going to look exactly the same as 2024, and I actually like that. I like having the same kind of calendar year over year. So I think what you saw earlier in one of the videos is I had a weekly planner that I pulled out that I was starting to work on my planning for next week, which is going to be the third week of January. And I just like to do that so I can get my head around like what is actually happening next week. Monday is a holiday, so that's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then I just wanted to make sure that there were some important things on my calendar that I needed to make sure that I'm completely aware about. But on this paper calendar, I just put like high level things on there. So I don't necessarily, like Asana is kind of like the micro level. Asana has like all of the daily little tasks that need to be done. And then my weekly calendar is more about like appointments, errands, things like that I'm not going to write into Asana that's not related to my business, but also that I'll need to include or capture within my day. And then this is just a month, like at a glance, so to speak, because I like to have this calendar posted right on my wall, right where I'm sitting kind of. So that way, when I am in meetings with clients and we're talking about specific days and due dates and things like that, that I can just quickly glance over and see at a high level what is happening on that particular day. So that's kind of like how I view all of these things. Asana is definitely more in terms of the micro level. And then I have a weekly planner that I just have right here on my desk that I can just make sure that I'm tracking any errands or extra things that I have to do personally within my day. And then this, for example, the pink is like personal things. The blue is more in terms of CEO or business type things. The green is going to note like any content things for my business. And then I have like a gold one on the sidebar, which is more about my goals. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video and hanging out with me. I will see you guys in my next video.